We got nationals right around the corner now. I had my press day today. We're doing Viper pressing. I went with the Viper pressing, but I had a belt on. Work was pretty brutal this week, so my legs were absolutely shot. But I decided to do it anyway, see how it went. I was very disappointed with the end result, with how heavy I was getting. I thought I was going to at least get maybe an extra 10, 20 pounds above what I got. But, you just got to take the good with the bad when it comes. Getting this close to nationals, we got to worry about more fixing technique stuff then, because I'm not going to be doing the Viper press for a 300-pound log. But I still wanted to see where I was going to be at. So when I was doing my speed work a few weeks ago, I hit the 250 with no belt, and I was also doing my upper body plyo work. See, this was my last set I did. I ended up hitting the 250, and I was really struggling with it. I just had no energy, no power coming out of my legs. But you really got to start focusing on more stuff like my accessory work. That stuff's going to be the stuff that's going to help me carry over into what I need for nationals. We went up to jack today for my deadlifting, but I was doing stones. I was just kind of warming up. I didn't know what I wanted to do yet, but I did know I wanted to work stones, so I started doing some one motioning, but then I kind of realized I could do my contrast work, so I decided to go with that. I went with the 265 stone, wait 30 seconds, then I would go and bang out a one motion with the 195, and then wait 15 more seconds, then do it again with the 195, and just keep going up in the weight. Went from 265 to 300. I think 315 was my last one. I didn't want to go too heavy. I was going for my max stone on Saturday, so I didn't want to, go too crazy with stones today. It was getting dark out. I didn't realize how dark the camera was inside the Strongman room. Yeah, you can't really see much, but this was 315. Everything went pretty smooth. And then the 195 for my contrast work. I really do like the contrast work. The next cycle I'm going to be working for my programming, I'm going to do a lot of contrast work instead of doing let's say a max day. It's going to be more of a contrast day. It's going to be my heavy day. And today was my squat day. Again, my legs were so fried from work this week, so I tried to give myself a little bit of a ego boost by doing some reverse band work. I haven't worked with too much reverse band work, but when it gets closer to competitions, I do like to do it. It really allows me to go heavier, so I can prime my central nervous system to adapt to heavier weight during the contest. I always do a lot better in contests. You got the adrenaline going, and the atmosphere. You got the whole crowd behind you, so everything just seems a lot lighter at contests for me. So if I get ready by doing a lot of reverse band stuff, my body will be ready to support the heavier weight when it actually gets to the contest. Now, doing stones yesterday and then doing front squats today, and then everything I have to do on Saturday probably wasn't the best idea, but it felt good. Like I said, I haven't done too much reverse band stuff, so the fact that I was hitting the bottom, the bands were high tension on the bottom, but as it got about halfway up, the tension released and I just had to muscle through it. I did feel like I was getting a lot out of it. I was getting a really good speed with my front squatting. 405 seemed pretty quick. And then the last set I did 420. I got the first 2 reps went pretty smooth, but in my head I felt like they were extremely heavy. So what I did was I got the first 2 reps and I kind of sat there for a second and contemplated doing the third. And the second you start thinking about doing a weight, you're probably going to miss it. So I just decided just to rack it and call it. You can see me thinking about it, and I'm just like, no, not going to happen. But it is what it is. And for my accessories, did some jerk squat dips, and then did some seated box jumps. Works on some of that explosive power. Now today we got our strongman. I got my heavy day, my last heavy day before nationals. Besides my 100% day, it's going to be 2 weeks out. Today I wanted to see where I was going to get my max axle. With my legs being as shot as they were, I just felt like I had no power, and I felt like it was all shoulders and triceps. The weight was moving up, but then my lockout, the very, very end, was struggling quite a bit. So I know I need to work on that last little bit of lockout and tricep work really hammer that real hard coming into nationals, at least for the next few weeks, and then the week before I'm obviously going to rest. But here's 290. I really struggled with that last little bit. Like, that's all tricep work. That's just something I got to work on. But and we have 300 now. This was a PR for me. I felt it went smoother than 280 and 290 altogether. It just went right up. Yeah, that felt awesome. I haven't had a PR in an axle in quite a while, so. I was working on hitting max stone. Like I said, I was doing stones on Tuesday. Didn't go too heavy, only worked up to 315, but I was doing the contrast work with it also. But, so today I was just trying to go for a big 1 rep stone. And surprisingly, the bottoms felt really easy. Picking, lapping was no problem. And the first part, coming out of the hole was fine. But I felt like I had no extension today. Just my thoracic extension wasn't there. Here we got 375 going up pretty easy. Next stone that we have is a 390. And the bottom, no problem. I had to throw my hips in a little bit to get it up instead of just my usual front squatting it up. But now 420, this would have been a PR. I tried it twice, missed it both. I still wanted to put the video on to show how close I got. It was right there. The first one, the second one was even closer than this, but the video cut out early. I ended up passing out on both tries. The first one I just kind of collapsed straight to the ground. And on the second try, on this try, I passed out as I was walking away, and my girlfriend ended up catching me before I fell, so luckily she was there. Man, that was so close. I will be hitting this before nationals. I can't let that stone beat me, so. Then I wanted to finish the day off with sled drags up a hill. What it's going to be is this is going to be the second part of the medley for the yoke. I'm going to have the yoke, then the sled drag. So I haven't really played with the sled drag too much. So I want to just kind of do it like a little burnout at the end of my training session to see what it was like. So this is 515 uphill. I thought I was moving pretty quickly. I don't know what the weight's going to be at nationals. They said it's going to be heavy, so maybe 600, 650, 700. I'm not sure. So we're just going to have to play with it and play with the weights and see how it goes. Alright guys, thanks for watching. See you next week. Bye.